What's up, everybody? It's DeWitt Scott back again with another edition of the Daily Reading Room, where I give you one book review for every day of the 2022-23 academic school year. And this review is about a book entitled Not a Game, The Incredible Rise and Unthinkable Fall of Allen Iverson, written by Babb. And Not a Game it's pretty much a biography of Allen Iverson, one of the most popular, most famous, most polarizing athletes of all time, certainly one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And this book looks at his life all the way from his days as a child in Newport News, Virginia, all the way up through his career up at the current times. I think it was published in 2016, if I'm not mistaken. But the book talks about everything about his life, everything that he went through throughout his years. And it's a book that, truthfully speaking, is not the most flattering book of Allen Iverson. Iverson was always one of those types of athletes and one of those types of people, famous people, who engendered a lot of strong feelings within a lot of people who either watched him or observed him or worked with him or whatever it may be. And he's a person that's either really, really loved or really, really hated. And my take is that this author wasn't too fond of Allen Iverson, which is something I disagree with. Allen Iverson is one of my favorite role models of all time. And I think he was just a fantastic player and person. But the book talks about the ups and downs of his life. I think it highlights a little bit too much of the downs, so specifically about the court case that he caught as a senior in high school when he had to be incarcerated. He spent months in prison before he was finally pardoned by the governor of Virginia, where he grew up. And it talks about some of the things that he didn't do off the court in terms of preparation of preparing his body and being committed to the game. Often kind of portraying him as this person who was sort of lackadaisical when he came to sort of training and practicing. Talks about some of the not so good things that he's going through with his wife and his family and his children and things like that. And even the good things that has to be mentioned, that I feel have to be mentioned, like the accolades of his career. He's one of the greatest scorers in NBA history. He's an NBA MVP. A lot of those things in this book are sort of just, they're going through very quickly, right? His MVP year almost happens like within a few pages, and which is really not fair because all of the negative things are given so much attention. And if you just want to understand just the basic things about his life, I guess this is a good place to go. But if you want a non-biased, objective, more nuanced view, this isn't necessarily the book that you should go after. I know that the author is a columnist, sports columnist. I didn't research his relationship to Allen Iverson. I don't know if they have bad blood over the years or something like that. But he definitely, in my opinion, went out of his way to not be positive about Iverson's life. But again, Not a Game. It's always good to sort of read things that you disagree with, or things that make you uncomfortable, because it just gives you a different perspective. So although I love Allen Iverson and always have since I was a child, just getting this side of it, it just enlightens me more about who he is and the effect that he had on people. So again, Not a Game, Babb, The Incredible Rise and Unthinkable Fall of Allen Iverson. Please check it out. Sports fans, check it out. Allen Iverson fans, check it out. Let me know what you think.